On behalf of CAFOD, I would like to begin by thanking my fellow parishioners for their most generous response to the CAFOD appeal last October for desperately, urgently needed financial support. The appeal raised about £1,400, but that does not include standing orders which parishioners might have signed up to on the day. And in fact, I know that's been happening over the years, so the annual figure would be significantly more. It just occurred to me while I was thinking about this that we're about a month away from the Lenten season, which, as we all know, begins on Ash Wednesday, when we hear the reading from Joel, in which God describes himself as a God who is full of tenderness and compassion and rich in graciousness. Jesus, when he came to live amongst us, showed us to the point of perfection what tenderness, compassion, and graciousness look like, and more importantly, feel like. But in doing so, he left an example for each one of us to follow. And this is exactly what CAFOD has done and is doing. But of course, it is only through our tenderness, compassion, and graciousness in the form of financial support to CAFOD that they can do this. So thank you once again for that. In his letter, which accompanied the papal bull on the Jubilee year, Pope Francis writes, he writes of the need to urgently rediscover our sense of universal fraternity and refuse to turn a blind eye to the great tragedy of rampant, grinding poverty, which prevents millions of men and women and children from living in a manner worthy of our human dignity. The theme for this year's Jubilee year is Pilgrims of Hope, and this is how Pope Francis describes hope. In the heart of each person, hope dwells as a desire and expectation of good things to come, despite not knowing what the future may bring. Again, this is what CAFOD is doing, fostering, engendering hope of a better future by literally changing lives for the better, but again, with our help. Finally, in the term Pilgrims of Hope, Pope Francis, it implies, pilgrimage implies togetherness, walking together in solidarity. CAFOD, unlike many other charitable organizations, has paid representatives actually working in the communities, in the countries in which they work, living with them and working with them. So that is, again, something worth bearing in mind. They actually live and work with the people. It's not just taking money and they're just handing it over for it to disappear somewhere, but they're actually working and living with these people, and they know what they're going through. They share their pain and their difficulties with them. So finally, in this Jubilee year, if anyone feels inspired, maybe to consider joining me in supporting the work of CAFOD, you could contact me through Shell. I believe also that my name is in the parish directory. I'll be very happy to answer any questions or give you information that you might need. Father Ambrose and I had a little brief discussion, which I wasn't going to mention this, but I'm sure he won't mind, that I think there's a chance that one of the Columban fathers might come and talk to us about the Justice and Peace, about resurrecting that group. So I'm sure that I would be able, maybe through Shell or Father, I could, when that happens, maybe we could issue an invitation for anyone who might be interested in not rejuvenating, but resurrecting the Justice and Peace group. Thank you.